This weekend, we give thanks for the many blessings that bring a smile to our faces. But I bet you never thought about giving thanks for our smiles and the many dental developments that have been made treating our teeth that make them less taxing. Dentist Steve Marsh is here to itemize a few areas that deserve our oral appreciation.
Wow, that was a pretty interesting introduction.
Thanks for joining us, Steve.
You're welcome.
So, I don't like pain. Now you can do pain-free dentistry?
Well, dentistry can be done as long as the injections are delivered correctly. When I say injections, what's commonly known as a shot. Dentists can do it painlessly. My father taught me a lot of techniques, including topical anesthetics that numb the tissue. But if it's given slowly and gently, it works very well. What I think the viewers also need to know is there are different types of anesthetics. Commonly, we always say Novocaine, but there's one called xylocaine. That's a general one that we use. It has epinephrine, and the reason it's important to your viewers is that epinephrine can actually raise blood pressure. So that's the standard one, but we can also use something called Policaine. Policaine is another anesthetic, and this anesthetic has no epinephrine. So what happens is when the dentist delivers it, the blood pressure doesn't rise. So it's important to let your dentist know that. And lastly, this is really fabulous. This is called Oraverse. Oraverse reverses Novocaine. So you come to the dentist, Armin.
It's no drool.
You drool, and you have a meeting in the morning, or you want to go have your morning breakfast. After you're done, we can give you an injection of this, Oraverse, and it reverses the anesthetic. Within a half hour, you're ready to go again.
No limp lip.
No limp lip. Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
Good. All right. So lots of folks are extra cautious about x-rays. Let's talk about that for a minute. Can you explain why x-rays are not something we need to worry about?
Yeah, what happens now is in most offices, and it should be in almost every office, we use digital x-rays. I've actually brought the digital sensor here. The digital sensor reacts to the x-ray unit, and it gives an x-ray that shows up on a computer screen. There's no development and there's no film. And 18 of these, which constitutes a full set of x-rays, is the same as being in the sun for 2 to 5 minutes. And there's a patient in my office. We've taken the digital x-rays. You can see them on the computer screen. She doesn't have to wait for them to develop. They come up right away. And I'm actually able to explain to her what I see. We can expand those x-rays. So very little radiation, 90% less radiation with this. And of course, we're also not throwing away the lead and the cardboard, so it's environmentally friendly.
And speaking of technology and machines, good impression now with impressions.
Yes, and what we do now is we actually take digital x-rays. There's no goop in it anymore. I actually have a model that's made from that digital impression. I take an image of it in the mouth. We push a button, it goes wirelessly to a lab, and this is fabricated by a lab using the digital impression.
So you don't use that goopy thing that you put into somebody's mouth?
Almost never anymore, and it's an absolutely beautiful one. And there's a picture of it in my office, and that's the wand that we use. It's pretty big, but it actually takes a perfect impression. And now when we go to put a crown in, instead of it taking a half hour, we can usually do it in 5 minutes.
And materials have changed a lot.
Materials have changed. You know, we use almost no metal in my office at all, and in most offices we use a lot of porcelains. And when we do porcelains, we do a lot of crowns and veneers. No metal rim anymore. This is actually a porcelain veneer. You can see how thin it is, Armand.
It goes like right over the tooth.
Goes right over the tooth.
And we have some pictures, I think, that you can show us what you
Thank you for bringing that up. And this is a patient of mine. She was a young girl. And you can see this was bonding that was done years ago to cover up some unsightly teeth. They had what's called hypocalcification that often follows kids who have had braces. And so her dentist put that on. She was referred to me to do porcelain veneers. I used a veneer just like I just showed you. We did some gum contouring. Speaking of new methods, we used a diode laser right in the office to raise and equalize the tissue, and then put porcelain veneers on very thin, almost no tooth preparation.
Here's one more.
Same sort of thing. Again, without a lot of tooth preparation and just some reshaping of the teeth, we use this very thin porcelain like a contact lens to give her this beautiful smile, and one that she had always wanted, and was a golden opportunity viewer, as a matter of fact, who got introduced to it through you, Armin.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
So Steve has many, many patients who are thankful for the mouth makeovers that he's given them, and we're thankful that he shares their stories with us. If you'd be thankful for a new smile, give Steve a call. His number's up next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com.